Hey folks, want to wish you a happy Halloween from Bulldog Barbecue and the Big Green Monster. So have a happy holidays. I guess it's just Halloween, isn't it? So happy Halloween, you freaks. Hello folks, how are we doing today? Good, I hope. We're going to do just a little simple something today. I'm fixing me a hamburger for starters. But I'm going to show you fried green tomatoes. A lot of people don't do these anymore. It's hard to find green tomatoes to start with, unless you grow them yourself. But this is very simple, easy little process. Get you a box of Jiffy corn mix. Looks like 8.5 ounces. We're in October now, so my plants are going to be dying off pretty soon. So we went out and we hit the green tomato patch pretty heavy today. I'm going to fry up a bunch of these. And if my plants start dying, we'll pull the rest of them and do the rest of them. So what I'm going to do, I used a bowl that I already had in the refrigerator. I dumped out what I had in it. I'm going to dump me a box of that cornmeal in there, Jiffy corn mix. And I'm going to get some flour. I'll be right back. And that was 8 ounces. So I'm probably going to put like a half a cup, maybe a little more. I usually shoot for half and half, but it doesn't matter. Believe me, it doesn't. I got me a half a cup here. I'm going to pour that in there. That'll be good enough. Put the lid back on the flour here. I never store my flour in bags. I've had, years ago, I had a problem with never using flour because I didn't cook that much. I was a truck driver. And I ended up getting weevils real bad. I had to throw a whole bag away. So now I keep them in these big jugs. You can get these things at the dollar store. They have cheese puffs in them. And then I just wash them out and reuse them. We got that in there. I'm going to take and put me there a little salt. Probably a teaspoon of salt. A little bit there garlic powder. Again, same thing, about a teaspoon. Garlic powder. Nothing I've got around here. I think it's in its actual bottle. I keep all my spices in these. And that's it. You're done. Actually, I'm going to add a little pepper in it. About a teaspoon. Because you don't need a whole lot for this. And I'm going to get me a little butter knife. I'm going to stir it up just a hair. Make sure there's no lumps in that cornmeal, because sometimes there will be. And then I'm going to take and put my lid on it. Just shake crap out of it. Alright. That's done. I'm going to get me a little bowl. You do not have to egg wash these things. I do have the deep fryer going back there. Give me a good sharp knife. And then we'll get down here on the workbench where you can see what I'm doing. I got me a red one for my hamburger. I'm also going to just take everything over here and just wash them off real quick. Pull my stems. Now on these tomatoes,
you're going to find some bad spots. Don't throw the whole tomato out because you found a bad spot. Unless it's a weevil or a worm or something digging in it. And, you know, I don't go real deep on them anyway. If it's got something that went more than a 1/4 inch or so, then I toss it. But for the most part, I find out that most of my tomatoes are actually really good, even with a little spot like this on it. When I cut it, spot gone. Nothing's dug into it, so I can continue to use it. All right, push these out of my way. I'm looking for about like that. See if you can see that. I didn't exactly cut it straight, but that's roughly under 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to do all these that way. If you get them much thicker than that, they won't cook fast enough. I mean, they'll cook. Don't get me wrong, they'll cook. But you want to keep everything about the same size so that they all cook evenly in the pot or in the deep fryer. I'm a deep fryer. I'm not going to mess with putting them in a skillet and frying one side and flipping them and going through all that. I'm not going to do that. I just cut them like this and throw them in the bowl. I don't know what this is all about. Started growing at a little root or something. But root and all's going with it. Or whatever the hell that is. I don't think I got no children on here. It may be a Peter. You never know. So it was a male tomato. That's what it was. We're just gonna cut these real quick. And be careful, because this knife I'm using is really sharp. And you need to get you a good sharp knife for your kitchen. Stop using them old dull things. If you don't have a way of sharpening it, I use one of these little doodads here. $2 maybe, $3 at the most. Sticks to the table, you run it through 3 times, you're ready to go. If they get beyond that thing, then I actually have a sharpening stone that I use. If you're not wanting to use a stone, or if you don't know how to use it, best thing to do, find you a knife service. They'll sharpen them for you for, you know. All right, we got them all in there. We're just going to put some cold tap water. There you go, just cold tap water. That's all you need. Let's get rid of all of our leftovers. Now them ends, the butt end, you could probably do those. I don't, but you probably could get away with it. I just make sure I pull enough that I can get away with here. Pardon me. Getting ready to, that pepper or what? I think I'm getting ready to sneeze. Oh, we still got our end caps over here too. All right, we'll pull this back out. I'm gonna get me a plate. I'm just gonna put these on a plate. All I do is take them right out of the water, and we're actually gonna cut that little piece off and then just dump them in there. Kind of had a little brownish thing there going on. I don't think it would have been bad, but I got enough of them to not have to worry about it. Let's put you about, I'd say 3 or 4 in there. Put your lid on there. Give them a good shake. Use your dry hand. Just shake off a little bit of the excess and put them on the plate. I don't know why more people don't do these, because they are so simple. It's not even funny. And I keep this flour mixture in my refrigerator. And then that way, when I want some fried green tomatoes, I just get it out and make them. I don't have to go through producing it every time, and because I won't use all this, even with all these tomatoes. There we go. Let's get us some more out of there. Put some on that side there, and we just keep going. I mean, they don't have to be, you know, caked on there like you would with egg wash and all that. You don't need to do that. Basically, all you're doing is frying them anyway. You know, a little breading's fine. You know, I want to taste the tomato. I'm not after the breading. I want a little bit of breading. I don't want it just, you know, smothered in it. And these are covered perfectly. You know, I may just put me some on here because they'll soak this up. There's a lot of water in a tomato, so it'll soak it up pretty good. Just be sure you get your lid on. Don't do like I've done in the past, and my lid wasn't all the way on, and have flour everywhere. I shouldn't say just flour. This is more cornmeal than flour, but it's your cornbread mix. I was gonna say, I thought there was another one in there. We just make sure we got them coated. Like I said, they don't have to be real thick, just as long as they got some cornmeal on. And then once these come out, you can put whatever you want. I mean, you can put whatever you want in the mix. This is just what I use. One more, little thin one there. Now, I just put my lid back on it. Wipe her down a little bit, clean her up. That has not had any like chicken or anything like that in it. So just put it back in the refrigerator. Use it again later. We got a mess to clean up. So we'll be back in a minute. We're over at the deep fryer. We got them ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping them in. You don't have to slowly drop them in like you do fish or anything like that. Just drop them in there. You don't want to get them too crowded, but we'll probably cook, I think we'll probably do half of these at once. So about 2 to 3 minutes, 4. It doesn't take long. You just want them nice and crispy, golden brown. I say golden, maybe a little further than golden, but you don't want them dark brown like you would chicken. You just want them, I don't know how to, you'll see, because I don't know where to tell you what the color looks like, but I'll show you in just a minute. I got a 10 to a hamburger. Very simple on my hamburger, in case you're interested. Throw the hamburger in with a little Montreal steak seasoning on it. Cook it, flip it. Pretty simple. So we'll be back in a minute. Alright folks, I got those done. Pull them out here. I know it's hard for you to see that light being bright. I'm going to dump them in here. This is what I'm after. So they pretty much are golden brown. And you can taste them. If they're not salty enough, now's the time to add your salt and pepper, whatever you want to add. Do want to stress one thing. When you do these, do not shake these like you would French fries or something like that, because you will knock the breading off of them pretty quick. Get this out of the way. Put me a hamburger there. We'll have me some French fries. Good. That's what you got right there. We're gonna move you over here and taste one of these. Get me a I had a lettuce going on here for my hamburger. I'm gonna put you right there. Talk to you like the camera is you. It's just the way it goes sometimes. All right. I'm gonna pull these little ones off here. Push them out of the way and put my lid there. I'm gonna cut it in half. All right. Other than being hot as all hell. Fried green tomato, folks. I don't need any more salt, nothing on it. I love these things, just like they are. And you can fix them with absolutely anything. There you come as a side dish. It's like an appetizer if you got friends over. Just have them as an appetizer. They're great, just the way they are. So, till next time, folks. See you. Hey, yeah, it's me, Monster. Hit that notification bell down there, and please subscribe. And I have to put this in here as like a PS on the end of this, because a good friend of mine, everybody knows Josh, you've seen him, went out and purchased a cup for Bulldog Barbecue. Check it out. 32-ounce cup, I believe. Handmade with the logo and everything's put on it. The company, which doesn't sponsor me, but I appreciate her artwork. So I'm gonna put this up here for you. If you want to check her out on Facebook, that's who makes the cups. So if you'd like one of mine, send me a instant message and we'll get the price together and I'll let you know what they cost if you'd like to have one. We're also going to probably change the design a little bit. I'm thinking of having fangs come down on the G and the B down about halfway. So that's what we're thinking of. So like I said, Amber's the one that makes it. Look her up on Facebook. All right. Thank you.